is after 4 p.m. on February 17th in the year 2021. And I just came out of Safeway. And I ended up spending way too long in there because people are trying to stay away from each other. But I did get to speak to one woman who had her daughter with her, and the things she told me about what's happened with her insurance, and within 1 year she has been rear-ended 3 times. I didn't get into telling her how many times I've been rear-ended now so far in my 65 years of life, which we're hitting the dozen mark. Last one totaled my 2000 Mazda Protege. But even though she was not at fault, and even though they wrote her up as not at fault, her insurance canceled her. Automobile insurance canceled her. Then while I was bagging my groceries, because I decided to bag my own so I wouldn't have to have that mask smothering me, the machine kept beeping because some things are too light, and I got mad. And the real nice cashier lady that recognizes me and I recognize her, anyhow, she came to my assistance, and I couldn't help it, but I'd already cussed at the machine using the F word, which that wasn't gonna fix things. And I was telling her about how I'd been in the Rite Aid along there and seen so much shoplifting. People just running out, shoplifting. And there's nothing they can do. And she told me that her car was stolen while she was in there working. And this was during the day. And her car was stolen from the parking lot. So that's what you're doing to everybody, and you're not our governor, and you will not be recognized in my I won't say her name, but the cashier said when we were talking about who's supposed to be the governor of the state of Washington, she told me, I don't recognize him as our governor. And I said, I don't either. And we also got into talking about President Trump. And I did with a couple of people. And everybody I talked to, nobody voted for Biden. Nobody. I mean, I could probably go out there and find some people here in the state of Washington who did vote for Biden and who are very upset that they voted for Biden. But throughout last year and now up until today, the majority of people I have spoke to, and I've spoke to dozens and dozens and dozens, they did not vote. I take these off, but my eyes hurt. They did not vote for Biden. They voted for Donald J. Trump. And this vote by mail, if one of those senators will, some of the senators respond, some of them don't. But for us to have, now I'm finding this stuff out, the state of Washington has like 47 senators and over 100 plus representatives for a population of approximately 7.5 million people. Good grief. And the salaries they make, and the judges that are of course all Democrat, correct me if I'm wrong, the governors, they're making over $200,000 annually. I've been looking things up, and I'm checking things twice. Ridiculous. Downsize, smaller government, and there's many more ways to use the money correctly. I have not seen one thing come through yet that says our taxes, they're going to decrease taxes in any way. Everything that comes through, I think it was almost 20 emails I received yesterday from the Office of Financial Management, all having to do with House bills, Senate bills, blah, blah, blah bills. Good Lord, good grief. Is that all these people do? And they're not going to the office or anything anymore. They're all sitting at home. In fact, tonight, Phil Fortunato is having a town hall Zoom meeting, and I believe that starts about 7:30 p.m. And I'm not going to do it, to discuss what's going on here. And sure, we can discuss away all we want, but and Phil Fortunato, I'm just 50-50. He's Republican. We have good Republicans, we have bad Republicans, and I'm just 50-50 on the fence with Phil. I'm not going to call him senator, and I just found out he's a senator, part of the senator for district, is it 37, whatever, but part of his district does cover Pierce County. Pierce County, the second largest county in the state of Washington. Senator for my area for Pierce County is Senator Steve Conway for District 29. And he'll never respond to anything. Everything's an auto reply when you try to contact him, and you can't get him over the phone either. So, you know, these people who are saying, oh, you get the auto reply and it says, this is due to the pandemic. Well, what? They're sitting at home. They've got secretaries, they've got legal or whatever, legislative assistants, they've got all sorts of people. There's people that they have doing the work for them, plus then they have the computers doing the work for them on top of it. So what in the heck are they doing? And as far as this thing to get together, it's, in my opinion, what Phil Fortunato's doing, it's just something, just to show that he's doing something, to make it look good. So the people will think it looked good, because possibly he's going to try running for governor next time that happens. Actually, Loren Culp won, and that's the way it goes. And President Trump should be sitting there right now, because he did win this election. And thank you if you did listen. Take it easy. Have a good day. Over and out from the state of Washington.